What is going on, people? Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Aaron here. It is Tuesday the 29th of July, and guess what we're talking about today? We're talking all things crypto, Bitcoin, AI agents, DeFi, Mythical Games, Pudgy Penguins, you name it, we're going through it, okay?
He's changed.
Don't worry, we're going to do it all right here. So stick with me. Look guys, today is a very, very important day because there's a huge news coming out from PayPal that they are now accepting over 100 plus cryptocurrencies for all of their US customers, basically. And finally, why did it take this long? Could someone tell me, excuse me, why did it take this long? Like, this should have happened years and years ago. And finally, PayPal have integrated it. And do you know what? It's obviously big news because they have millions, tens, probably hundreds of millions of different businesses on PayPal that will suddenly start accepting crypto. But it's not just that, is it? It's the institutional adoption of crypto that we're seeing right now. It's absolutely crazy, guys. It all started off with MicroStrategy. We now have so many projects, not just now with Bitcoin on their balance sheet. We're hearing of BNB coin, sorry, being put on a balance sheet. We're hearing about Sui being put on a balance sheet. We're hearing about Tron being put on a balance sheet of major institutions. Finally, institutional adoption, it looks like it's finally here. Like, it's finally actually here. It's not just for Bitcoin. I don't think people were expecting in this cycle major L1s to be adopted on institutional treasuries at this stage. I know I personally wasn't. I expected potentially Bitcoin, but to see the likes of Tron, BNB Chain, and others following their lead pretty quickly has been pretty astonishing to see, guys. It is pretty astonishing to see. And look, you know what? Obviously, it's bullish. Yes, by all means, let's get institutions to buy our bags. But what happens when the market turns? And what happens when we do hit a bear market? Are those companies going to be in trouble? I think they may very well be. Not the Bitcoin ones because they're less volatile, of course. But for other altcoins, it could be a tricky one. It's definitely a calculated gamble that could pay off. But look, guys, like I said, the PayPal news is obviously huge, and I've got it up here, so we can discuss it in a little bit more detail. But before we get into that, obviously, let's have a look at the markets. As you can see, it's been pretty sideways today for the majors. Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP haven't really moved. But in general, if you actually look at some of the top losers today, well, Look at that. You can see on here, we've got Pepe down around 6.5%. It was around 8% when I looked earlier. And we've also got Avalanche here, 7.4%. And we've also got, of course, Blackhole's down 9% today as well. Now, guys, if you caught my Blackhole video yesterday, sounds so wrong.
Now that you mention it.
If you caught my Blackhole DEX video yesterday, then congratulations, because you're going to print money on that. And it's still printing right now. The reason why I've just highlighted Pepe, Avalanche, and Black is because all three are available on a Blackhole DEX liquidity pools right now, and there's some pretty tasty pools still there. Okay, so just to refresh your memory, if we head back over to Blackhole DEX, you can see here I prefer the basic liquidity pools. It's way easier to commit your liquidity. Rather, concentrated pools is quite difficult to work out, and basically you only earn fees on the certain section of the price. Okay, and you have to basically guess that it doesn't go out of range. I prefer to just stick with the basic. But look, as you can see here, I already spoke to you about Super and Black, but Pepe and Black I think is another really good LP fund because basically both tokens are bullish, right? I mean, Pepe, of course, ultimate meme coin, crypto culture coin is always going to do well, and Black obviously is going to do well as well. So impermanent loss doesn't really matter. To me, I'm talking about for me, because I would be happy with Pepe and I'd be happy with more Black. But of course, Avalanche also has some major liquidity pools as well. As you can see here, there's one here with Lambo, and there's loads of others, okay, with AVAX on as well. There's another one here with MMA. So if you've been looking for time to get into those Blackhole DEX pools, maybe you watched my video yesterday. Well, here's a nice opportunity for you as well, guys. Okay, so if you'd buy in now compared to yesterday, you'll be basically getting like 7.5% or so more into your liquidity pool farm, and still print that ATM. And if you guys are printing that ATM, then enjoy it while it lasts, guys. We know those APRs are not going to last forever, but let's make sure we get as much Black as possible, because if you saw Elio's Trade's tweet last night, it was full of FOMO, guys. Okay, I got FOMO as well. Look, let's dive into what Elio actually said here. So he said, people faded me the entire time when I said we were dropping a banger and giving away all the tokens. No one believed we'd pull it off, and then it became one of the most successful launches of this cycle. I warn you now, do not fade. Subsequent moves will benefit those who burn Black. If you have free Black from farming, I can tell you in complete transparency, our goal is to make you regret not burning it, okay? So he's obviously bullish. He wants you to burn your Black. And like I said in my video yesterday, I think he is going to make us very wholesome for those of us that have burned the Black. But let's get hold of as much Black as possible utilizing the Blackhole liquidity pools, guys. And like I said, there's some good offers right now possible. Now, also another bargain here that's coming down in price, as you can see, is PENGU. Now, obviously, PENGU's done very well, 191% the last 30 days. You know what it was, guys. It was obviously my interview with the with the Asian CEO, right? So bullish, it just pumped after that. It literally pumped after that interview. But no, seriously, guys, like PENGU clearly has the possibility of flipping Pepe this cycle. I mean, easy. You can see it on the screen here. I mean, look, Pengu's at a $2.5 billion market cap. I mean, Pepe is double that, but Pengu has, a massive team behind it. It has its huge IP that's constantly, in Walmart and partnering with major brands. And did you guys see the Luca Net's interview? He said that Q4 is going to be wild for Pengu. And who are we to bet against Pudgy Penguins? Against Luca Nets and Pudgy Penguins. He said he's holding something back for Q4. Obviously, Q4 is the cold season for most places in the world, or at least in the Western world. And so, look, they said they're holding something there, and obviously the cold season is where penguins thrive, right? So I'm still super bullish on Pengu, even though obviously it's been up 191%. I probably wouldn't be like diving into it now because it doesn't have the best, best kind of returns at this point. But if I was holding Pengu, I'd be very, very happy holding Pengu at this point, especially when Luca just kind of teased that something is going to be coming out, guys, in Q4, something massive. Okay. Now, as you can see, also got Jupiter here at 7.1% down. Now, do be careful, anyone thinking of scooping a dip on Jupiter, because there's a very, very, very large hundreds of millions token unlock coming tomorrow, okay, for Jupiter. So just a quick one there. Do be careful if you're looking to head over into Jupiter. Obviously, Jupiter is like basically powering the whole Solana DEX ecosystem. It's doing a fantastic job over there. But there's also been a few outliers that I've noticed as well that have kind of just come around after a long time of being completely dead. Now, for those of you that watch my channel over the last few months, you'll know that I was talking a lot about Debt Relief Bot. Now, Debt Relief Bot was a token that was launched, it must have been 3 or 4 months ago now. Actually, it was one of the first tokens. Well, they say it was launched by Grok itself. So it was launched by Grok. Obviously, someone prompted Grok, but still, Grok named it and basically launched it. And it's been dead for a long time. Look, guys, if we zoom out here, it's been dead for a long time, very, very dead. But look, out of nowhere, on the 28th of July, it's woken up, okay? It's woken up. Actually, I guess it kind of woken up all the way kind of down here. But it's flew all the way up to around 18.85 million, guys, which just shows that, this alt season, these smaller alts are starting to wake up. And of course, the ones with the best narratives are going to be the ones that outperform. And with Debt Relief Bot being, what they say in the narrative, the first token to be launched officially by Grok, the narrative's playing out here. We've seen pumps here that come out of nowhere, to be honest with you. And look, that's that on Debt Relief Bot. And look, guys, let's get back to the PayPal news, because it is pretty incredible here in terms of the rate of adoption that we're going to see from PayPal businesses and customers. Now, this is the official press release, guys, on the PayPal website. Now, as you can see here, they're saying there's over 100 plus cryptocurrencies that you can actually start using, and wallets such as Coinbase and MetaMask, more than 650 million, obviously, crypto users. And it decreases the cost of transactions by up to 90% compared to international credit card processing. Well, who knew? Well, what took you so long, PayPal, as Wendy said. But look, guys, fantastic news. You can see here some of the currencies that you can use: Bitcoin, ETH, USDT, XRP, BNB, Solana, USDC, and many others, and connecting wallets like Phantom, MetaMask, Exodus, you name it. Congratulations to PayPal for making that change. Now, tomorrow is a very, very big day for Bitcoin. Why? Because there's going to be a report coming out by the team over in the White House about the Bitcoin Strategic Reserve Report, and there is a potential that the US government may make a statement that the Strategic Reserve will start buying Bitcoin directly, okay? Now, look, guys, you might be thinking, isn't that already happening? Well, there was an announcement months back, and that was that the US government was going to put Bitcoin in their Strategic Reserve, but they were basically just moving Bitcoin around, okay? They weren't like buying Bitcoin off the market. Now, there are strong rumors that actually may happen tomorrow, okay? Donald Trump, what a guy. I mean, he has come in his second term now, and has just completely done a massive U-turn on obviously all things Bitcoin and digital assets, and obviously it's made him extremely rich. And now I saw a report, I think it was earlier today, that the Trump family own the 6th largest amount of Bitcoin, which is insane. But that's not great for decentralization, right? But really, for me, for my bags, for our bags, do we want the acting sitting president, with skin in the game, knowing that if he basically pushes through all this, amazing, bills when it comes to digital assets, it's going to benefit him on the other side, let's say on the business side? Well, yeah, we'll take it. We'll definitely take it, right, guys? I mean, come on. Obviously he's got his meme coin as well, and he's obviously got this USD1 kind of stable coin that's floating around as well, guys. I'm hearing a lot, in the back streets of Telegram. And obviously this would be massive, guys, for institutional adoption if they announce the direct Bitcoin acquisition plans. Still a big if for now, but look, Donald Trump is doing his best to put a lot of pressure onto Jerome Powell in terms of bringing down, of course, the interest rates. I saw a very funny video the other day on my friend Ivan's channel, Ivan Tech. He put a very funny video of basically Donald Trump, tapping Jerome Powell on the back and telling him, bring down the interest rate. So I guess it's a matter of time. I mean, how much pressure can Jerome Powell take? And the fact of the matter is that the Bitcoin price and obviously the Ethereum price has mooned very, very recently as well. We seem like we're going into the really start of the, let's say, start of the kind of cycle in terms of Bitcoin into Ethereum, into large alts, into small alts. even without having a huge amount of M2 money supply being like that positive. Now, if you actually look at the M2 money supply back in 2020, 2021, it's basically a score that shows like how much money supply is in circulation. It's actually much lower than it was back then, and of course the interest rates are still not low at the moment, and so we still have a lot of catalysts to go, guys, before we start seeing these kind of like toppy these kind of toppy indicators when it comes to that. And so like, look, it's looking very good. I'll be honest with you, it's looking very good. And I'm hearing some really crazy kind of like predictions for the top this cycle, but let's just say it looks like previous predictions with all-time highs, let's say before the bull market began, everyone was quite conservative, right? 120, 150, 140. That was most people. You can see it on my channel, guys. Remember, I've had altcoin daily, I've had Luck Davis, I've had all those guys even on my channel before, guys. If you ever look back, you can see their price predictions. But now it's like 150k is like a bear case based on what we can see right now. Okay, guys. And so what does that mean? It means that we obviously need to be positioning ourselves very soon, if you haven't already, into the major alts and low cap alts that you are very bullish on, guys, because I'll be honest with you, the train is starting to leave the station. Okay, the train is starting to leave the station. And you know what? If you're not fully prepared yet, don't worry. You're not alone. Even I don't feel completely prepared yet. Okay, so like, don't worry about that. There's a lot of FOMO on obviously in crypto KOL channels, but look, just take your time, do your research, dollar cost average in. Don't pump in your whole bag. You know this stuff already, guys. Just don't FOMO. Obviously, in green days where everything is bullish, hold back because another dip is coming. It's how the market works, guys. And assign your chips accordingly. Okay, just be happy that you've got your stuff on the train, you're very comfortable, and you're ready to go. Don't just rush in and just FOMO into it and buy the wrong stuff. Okay, now look, guys, there's also a few bits of other news as well. Look, like I said to you guys, the Ethereum price massively has pumped over the last couple of weeks as well, which signals really the whole kind of cycle of obviously Bitcoin leading the cycle, then flowing profits into ETH, then flowing profits into major coins, guys, and then eventually coming into the altcoin season. Now look, the actual ETF inflows happening at the moment on Ethereum are actually 3 times the Bitcoin ETF inflows, which is obviously huge. Okay, it's a massive amount. A supply shocks, it looks like it's incoming. And even in DeFi, obviously I've spoken about Blackhole quite a lot, but if you look at PENDLE has hit a new all-time high for TVL very recently. It's actually got more TVL than Maker and Uniswap, so that's massive, and it's actually sat under $1 billion market cap. All right, guys, so PENDLE is silently taking over DeFi, and it's still sat relative to where it is right now at a pretty decent price, I would say. Pretty decent price. Not financial advice. I'm just giving you my opinion on what I've heard and what I've seen recently. Okay, guys? Now, look, apart from all of that, we have also seen an AI agent. Okay, let me get it here on the screen. An AI agent, which we love to talk about on this channel, guys. An AI agent bought a CryptoPunk yesterday. That's right. An AI agent is starting the NFT season itself. Like, it's quite fascinating, isn't it? Maybe we can make AI agents our exit liquidity later on in this cycle. Now, look, NFTs have been dead for a very long time, but there's no doubt in my mind that they're going to have another cycle. Like, I just don't believe they've just disappeared forever, and they have started waking up, all right, guys? In fact, the floor price, I think, for Pudgy is around $61,000 right now. If we head over to Pudgy, yeah, 60,800, and it's come a long way. It's come a long way. When I did the interview with Aaron, he told me, I said, what is the floor price for a Pudgy? And this was like, a month ago? It was like 20K. So to go up to 60K, like, Pudgy is obviously leading the way. As you can see, it's literally someone just, I think, bought a Pudgy as we're speaking. But not only that, guys, it's like the NFT season it's still okay. There's still going to be projects that you can obviously prepare yourself with right now. So we're going to be doing some research on the channel, right, as to like exactly which collections that we think might actually do well this cycle. So, stay with us, guys, on the daily content to capture all of that great information. But yeah, look, Pudgy Penguins are obviously leading the way, but there's a lot more to be excited about. In fact, if we actually head over to Mythical Games here, which of course have just launched a Pudgy Party game, they actually have hit 1 million downloads in 6 weeks with their FIFA Rivals hit. Okay, another project that I spoke to at Istanbul Blockchain Week, I spoke to John Linden, the CEO of Mythical Games. By the way, that was a great interview. Okay, so like, check out the video. It's just a few videos back since I last uploaded. It was really good. And look, as you can see, they've hit 1 million downloads in 6 weeks. And what John said on another interview is that for the NFL Rivals, which is another game of theirs, that actually 65% of the revenue is coming from Web3 trading and Web3 sources, which I think is super bullish, guys, because obviously there's been a few games that have shut down recently. I mean, there was loads that got funded in 2021, like really crap ones as well. So no wonder some of them got closed down. But Mythical Games is leading the way. And do not forget the flywheel effect of the Mythos token. We spoke about it in my interview. We will drop the link down below in the interview of this video where we speak about the Mythos flywheel, okay guys, because with FIFA rivals coming in, obviously with NFL rivals already there, and now with Pudgy coming as well and more major IP, I'm seriously bullish on the Mythos token. I think it's very, very legit. Obviously John Linden, the CEO of Mythical Games, has an amazing background, as we're working alongside FIFA and obviously working alongside the Call of Duty teams back in the day. So yeah, very, very, very bullish on what Mythos is building over there, guys. And look, 1 million downloads in 6 weeks. Yeah, it's fantastic. Fantastic to see some Web3 gaming projects actually taking off, especially with the major IP, obviously like FIFA supporting it as well. All right, guys, let's move on to our next story. So really, let's just stick back to this. So as I said to you before, the AI agent tied to the Tibia token, okay, bought this punk for 89 ETH. And as you can see here, Tibia is now up 50% to 130 million, and a new all-time high is in the wake, okay? Now, as you can see here, there's a really cool post by Crypto. So Crypto basically said that Nansen, so for those of you that are not using Nansen yet, use Nansen, okay? It's such a good tool to track smart wallets. If you guys want like 10% or so off, I can get you that code. Just comment in the video below, like if you want 10%, just write 10% of Nansen's code. I'll DM you the code. Like they've reached out to me before for affiliate stuff, so it's no worries. I'll sort you guys out. I'll try actually push more than 10%. But anyways, as you can see here, there's basically Nansen flagged the smart wallets accumulating Tibia, picking up over 7 million tokens ahead of today's move. So looks like there was some insider trading there, but this is crypto. So look, 9 days later, the price jumped 75% after Riveter bought a CryptoPunk for 89 ETH. The entire setup was visible in real time with Nansen. So, and obviously this clever guy here has added those wallets to his watch list. It could have been luck, but the timing says otherwise. Now, as you can see here, he's actually posted a screenshot of what that looks like. So you can actually see what is the smart money doing, and you can see that they've been accumulating Tibia here. What is this back then? Before this basically happened. And they all made profits. So look, guys, if you're not tracking wallets by now on Nansen, you're falling behind, because like the average person in crypto in 2020, 2021, I would say wasn't using Nansen. But now, now retail is actually like quite smart. Okay, we have AI tools, we have the likes of Nansen, we have all these kind of tools available to our fingertips. In fact, so much. You might think it's okay doing what you did last cycle compared to this cycle, but it's not. Everyone is upgrading their games. Everyone is using AI. People are using AI to trade. People are using, sniper bots, Telegram bots, Banana Gun, GMGN, Nansen, like you name it. Like it's high-tech battleground out there, all right, guys? And if you're not up in your game, if you think you're just gonna get those easy profits like you did last cycle, I don't think you are. You need to have a word with yourself to say, do you know what? Like, I need to be upskilling myself on these tools and or getting subscriptions if I don't already have, because cycles are never as easy as a previous cycle. Okay, guys, like they always get harder as more people come in. You basically get diluted, okay? And you need to be on top of your game to make sure that you get the best quality results, guys, for your portfolio. Now, look, guys, it does look like, as I said, we've got a big run coming into Q4. Where am I placing my bets? Well, as of right now, I'm still, at the moment, really strategically placing the bets into coins that I like. I've been doing a lot of research, which I still haven't finished, I'll be honest with you. I'm still working on it right now to place my bets, so I'm not quite ready to share everything with you yet, but I will share them with you in a future video. Look, like I said to you before, guys, in my Blackhole video, I do think the amount of TVL coming over to Avalanche, thanks to the likes of Blackhole, is going to have a positive impact in the wider Avalanche ecosystem. Obviously there's other bullish news from Avalanche as well, such as the fact that FIFA is going to be using Avalanche for ticketing and for NFTs, and various other great news that came out as well. There was also some news about the real world assets. A huge real world asset project coming over to Avalanche. I think it was a massive amount. And obviously with RWA, actually now there's a kind of a big hole in RWA, right? Because Mantra just kind of dropped off a cliff when we thought Mantra was going to lead the charge with its deal with Damac, etc. But no, I mean, now there's a big hole. There's a big hole to get. Plume have kind of stagnated. I kind of feel like, I know they've had some issues with their team, and they've had some leadership changes in certain C-suite levels, which I don't think was even the fault of their own. It's just unlucky. And, it does leave a gap for RWA. Is Avalanche going to be there to fill that gap? Let's see, guys. Let's watch this space. But look, guys, I don't want to waffle on for too long. We have a daily video coming out every single day. And I just wanted to keep you guys updated. I really wanted to do a video today because I wanted to talk to you directly. And I really kind of just show you guys that I'm back to do daily content after the whole Istanbul Blockchain Week, organization, which took a lot out of me, I'll be honest with you guys. But yeah, very excited to dive back in with you. For all you DeFi AI agent guys, don't worry, I haven't forgot about you. I still love AI agents and DeFi, but we are going to be covering a wider spectrum of news because at the end of the day, alt season is very, very close to being upon us. And you guys and me need to know exactly what's going on across the entire market so we do not get wrecked and we make the most of this bull run coming up. Okay, guys? Well, look, that's all we've got time for. I'm going to be back here tomorrow morning with another video. Have an amazing day or night wherever you guys are, and I'll see you guys back here tomorrow.